If you're over 50 and you feel like your body doesn't respond the way it used to, if energy is lower, recovery is slower, or aches seem to linger longer than before, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken, you are not failing, and you are not just getting old. What's really happening is simpler and far more hopeful. After 50, the body becomes less forgiving of certain habits. Things you could get away with at 30 or even 40 now quietly start working against you, not overnight, not dramatically, but gradually. Science now shows that most decline after 50 is not inevitable. It's driven by behaviors we continue out of habit, not by age itself. Today, I want to walk you through 8 things you must stop doing after 50 if you want to protect your health, strength, and independence. This is not about fear. This is not about shame. And this is definitely not about perfection. It's about smart aging. Everything I'm going to share today is backed by large studies, systematic reviews, and decades of medical research in older adults. No trends, no biohacking gimmicks, just truth. Let's begin. Let's start with the most underestimated danger after 50. Prolonged sitting. Not lack of exercise. Sitting. You can go to the gym, you can walk in the morning, and still damage your health if you spend most of the day seated. A large systematic review of adults over 60 found that prolonged sedentary behavior, especially TV viewing and long sitting periods, was strongly linked to higher all-cause mortality, metabolic syndrome, abdominal obesity, larger waist circumference. And here's the key point. These risks existed even when people exercised. Why? Because sitting shuts down muscle activity. It slows glucose uptake, it reduces circulation, and it creates a low-grade inflammatory state. After 50, your body clears inflammation more slowly, so the damage accumulates. Exercise is medicine, but sitting is a toxin. What to stop doing after 50 is not just being inactive, but staying seated for hours at a time. You don't need intense workouts. You need frequent movement, standing, stretching, walking for 2 minutes every half hour. Small interruptions protect the heart, muscles, and metabolism. I want to say something very clearly. If you smoke, or if you think it's too late to quit, that belief is wrong. A major 2024 analysis of U.S. population data showed that quitting smoking at age 65 avoids an average loss of 1.7 years of life. Let me repeat that. Stopping smoking at 65 gives back nearly 2 years of life, and even people who quit at 75 still gained measurable longevity. Why? Because smoking continues to damage blood vessels, lung tissue, immune function, DNA. Repair mechanisms. Every cigarette adds inflammatory burden, and after 50, repair systems are weaker. Your body wants to heal, but smoking blocks the repair. Stopping smoking after 50 reduces heart attack risk, lowers cancer progression, improves circulation, improves breathing within weeks. It is never pointless. It is never wasted effort, and it is never too late. This one makes many people uncomfortable, but we need to talk about it honestly. Alcohol tolerance declines with age. The liver processes alcohol more slowly. Muscle mass decreases, body water decreases. That means the same drink hits harder at 60 than it did at 40. Multiple meta-analyses on frailty identify excessive alcohol consumption as a major accelerator of muscle loss, falls, cognitive decline, disability. Even moderate drinking can increase frailty risk after 50. Alcohol ages the nervous system faster than people realize. This doesn't mean everyone must stop entirely, but what must stop is automatic drinking, drinking out of habit, drinking to relax, drinking to sleep. After 50, alcohol becomes less of a pleasure and more of a stressor. Reducing intake protects the brain, the muscles, and the immune system. This is not about dieting, it's about mismatch. After 50, metabolism slows slightly. Muscle mass declines unless protected. Insulin sensitivity decreases, but many people continue eating high sugar foods, refined carbohydrates, ultra-processed snacks. Large reviews on healthy aging show that poor diet quality after 50 is strongly linked to frailty, cognitive decline, loss of physical function. Sugar spikes inflammation, processed foods starve the body of nutrients, and malnutrition can exist even in overweight adults. You can be full and still be undernourished. What must stop after 50 is eating for convenience instead of nourishment. The body now needs protein to preserve muscle, fiber to support gut health, micronutrients for repair. Food becomes information after 50. It tells your cells how fast to age. This is one of the most dangerous myths of aging. That weakness is inevitable. It's not. Muscle loss, called sarcopenia, is one of the strongest predictors of falls, loss of independence, hospitalization, early mortality. Meta-analyses on frailty show low physical activity and lack of resistance movement are central risk factors. Muscle is not cosmetic, it is metabolic armor. After 50, muscle must be used or lost. You don't need heavy weights. You need resistance. Bodyweight exercises, bands, light dumbbells, chair stands. Stopping inactivity is one of the most powerful anti-aging actions available. Stress is not just emotional, it is biological. Chronic stress elevates cortisol. High cortisol suppresses immune function, increases abdominal fat, accelerates muscle loss, worsens memory. Large reviews on aging identify chronic stress and depression as major contributors to frailty and decline. Stress ages the body faster than time. After 50, recovery from stress is slower. That means unmanaged stress does more damage. What must stop is pretending stress is harmless. Simple practices matter. Walking outdoors, controlled breathing, social connection. These are not soft habits. They are protective medicine. Many older adults eat less, but need more. This is one of the most overlooked problems after 50. Malnutrition. Studies consistently show that inadequate protein and micronutrients increase frailty risk dramatically. Eating less is not the same as eating better. After 50, protein supports muscle repair, immune function, bone health. Skipping meals or eating light, carb-heavy diets accelerates decline. Food is no longer optional fuel, it is structural support. This is a sensitive topic, but an important one. Polypharmacy, the use of multiple medications, is a known risk factor for falls, confusion, weakness, frailty. Systematic reviews identify medication burden as a modifiable contributor to decline. Medications save lives, but too many can steal vitality. This does not mean stopping medications blindly. It means reviewing them regularly with a healthcare provider. What was appropriate at 45 may not be ideal at 65. Let me leave you with this. Aging is not the enemy. Unexamined habits are. The studies are clear. Most decline after 50 comes from things we continue doing, not from age itself. If you stop, sitting too much, smoking, excessive drinking, poor eating, ignoring muscle loss, chronic stress, undernourishing, unchecked medications, you don't just live longer, you live stronger. Healthy aging isn't about fighting time. It's about cooperating with your biology. Your body is still listening, still adapting, still capable, and it's never too late to start treating it wisely.